Oh, goodness gracious. Hello, world. What is up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte, and we are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. I am elated to welcome our first guest back to Build as both the writer and illustrator for his new book, Rumple Buttercup, a story of bananas, belonging, and being yourself. It's no surprise with him at the helm that it's turned out to be such a beautifully weird and wonderful distillation of all the things that make him awesome. His unique artistic style somehow manages to be both adorable and alarming. And I defy you to show me a person who loves and embraces their weirdness more than him. Folks, make a ridiculously loud amount of noise because the great Matthew Gray Gubler is right here. Go on, do it, do it.
Thank you so much for having me, Matt. Legally, I'm not allowed to take this hat off. Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Is it reading? Are we getting it, Derek? Thumbs up?
I got to keep it on.
Legally, this is this being Rumple's birthday.
Exactly.
You are contractually obligated to. Oh my God!
Oh my gosh! It's really hot in there, by the way. How are you doing, man?
I'm wonderful, dude.
Having me. Oh wait, I have to talk into this, right?
It helps.
By the way, I like any interview where you get to hold a microphone.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it gives you the sense of control.
Yeah, you're in control. You're in the driver's seat. It's also there's something powerful in a way about it.
There is. Who's better posture? Wait, guys, who has better posture, me or Matt?
What? Just say Matt. Just say Matt.
Just say Matt. Matt? I think it's a perfect.
Yeah, Matt to Matt. Well,
never gonna break eye contact.
All right, let's do the whole thing right
this
here.
Is really good. I'm also I'm in a serious mood today.
You're very serious? I can tell. The balloons gave it away.
Thank you. It's his birthday. It's Rumple's birthday.
No, it is.
And there's no place I would be more honored to spend it than with you guys. Thank you for having me back. I had such a blast the last time.
No question. So much fun and so excited you're here. And bonus, did I say your mom's here?
My mother.
Mama Gubler's
is in the audience. Mom.
My gosh.
How do we cut to? That's my mom.
Thank you for being here. And while we're thanking people, just thank you to the audience. You have an amazing fan base, and
the best
they
fans
do not
in the entire
disappoint.
World. They're not fans; they're fans with a D because they're like friends.
I like that.
Does that make sense? Does that track? Wow, I look really sweaty, guys. Full disclosure for everyone at home. It is no less than 97 degrees in this very place. Matt's trying to lose some weight. He's trying to sweat it off.
Well, yeah, I made that request, and we do always. It's defer to me over the guest. If I say I need it to be 97 degrees in the room, they do it because I hold the primary microphone.
You do. That's the best. Is this thing even on? Can you hear?
No, we don't turn yours on. Yeah, no, it's all. This is all a ruse to bolster my ego and my.
Wait.
There we go. We got it back.
Can we start this interview over?
Nope. Live.
Okay, is this live? Is this really live?
It's actually live. Yeah, we just burned 4 precious minutes.
Oh, that was 4 minutes?
Easily.
Holy smokes.
Maybe more. I think it just made it to 5.
Hey, what's going on? This place is great, by the way. You have a beautiful spot.
Thank you so much for that.
You live here?
Actually, under the stage, believe it or not. Yeah, it's very roomy. You'd be surprised. Much like Rumple and his little sewer grate.
Thank you for reading it. Yeah, he lives underground in a sewer.
Yes, he does live under reading it. I bought a banana shirt just for this moment.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you so much. You're glowing. Can I tell you that?
That's the sweat. Thank you. That's the sweat. Yeah.
I'm so excited for you, man. When you were here in October, we were just talking about this. You had brought with you sort of the husk, the skeleton, just the
shell, if you will.
And now here it is. It is alive. It is breathing. I'm holding a full book. People are reading this thing, falling in love with it. What's in your head right now? How are you feeling today on Rumple's birthday?
I'm so darn excited. I've made a lot of things in my life, but Rumple's very dear to me, and it's sort of the most control I've ever had over a project, down to like every nuance of the coloring and the page. So it's something that's very dear to my heart, and that I'm so excited to share with everyone. I've been living with Rumple for a long time. In a lot of ways, it's an autobiography, actually, I just realized. And I'm just happy
live. I asked your mom. She was saying you guys used to live under subterranean. You had a house down
My mom's
there.
made of candy, like Candy Corn Carl. Doesn't really exist.
For Candy Carl. I love that. One of the things I love talking to, especially when an author comes through and they have their new book or their first book in this instance, is that moment of seeing a pile of them. You had posted a photo. If we can get that to come up here for a second, I thought this was a great moment in time, kind of captured, where you had the first batch. When you walked into a room and saw this stack, first thought, immediate. What'd you think?
I thought of that scene in Ghostbusters where the books are stacked and they're like, no normal human would stack books like this, or whatever the quote is. But I was very touched. I mean, again, with everything I make, if one person enjoys it, I feel, I don't know if vindicated is the word, but I feel like my job is done. Like I've done what I've wanted to do. And the fact that there's more than one makes me so happy.
There's tons of them. And then you followed it up with this photo, actually, if we can go to the next one really quick. I love this. Here's why I brought this up. This reminded me very much of a less intense, if you remember, like, the Kiss comic back in the day, and they put their blood, like, in the ink for the Kiss comic. This is like you rolled around in the books. Nobody know. Everyone that buys a book, they may have a book that you use as a
definitely.
blanket.
That was well, the inspiration for the book is I wanted to give a hug that felt like 136 pages to anyone who's ever felt weird or lonely. So I figured hugging each book can help accomplish that.
They hear that you took the head off. They're coming to get you right now. That's why he broke contract.
That guy's about to die of dehydration. They're like, we can smell it. We know. We New Yorkers know.
You know, we opened this talking about your fans with the D and your amazing fan base. And one of the other things that I was looking at online that I saw, and it's not the first time, people will get your artwork tattooed to themselves, which is a pretty. Is there anybody here with a tattoo? There is.
This lovely lady,
They're
actually,
fantastic.
you hold a unique distinction. I remember you. You were at a screening of a movie I did. I think she's gotten the world's. Am I wrong to say this? You too? Wow, thank you. The world's fastest. I think I drew something on a Post-it for you, and then I went on Twitter and I saw 45 minutes later, she had it tattooed by that girl right there. I'm joking. No, you had it. You went to a professional place, probably. Thank you. That's so sweet. Do you regret it or no? Okay, good. I won't be offended if you. But that means the world to me. And oh, thank you.
Let me ask you this as our team now giving you a mic. We'll think of more questions. We'll come back to you. But here's the thing. Here's why I brought that up. Here's the thing that fascinates me. When you see that that's happening, you realize this is a thing that's going on out in the world. Do you ever, as you're drawing, get in your own head that?
Oh, 100%. I know. I prefer to not know if the minute someone's like, oh, I'm going to get this tattooed, I'm like, hope it's good. Hope it. And I always am like, don't do it if it's not, don't feel obligated. But yeah, no, it's an incredible honor and a responsibility. And I would never want someone to have a dumb tattoo. I have 4 dolphins on my back, so I know about a dumb tattoo.
Did you get them all at once?
They're all
Each
kissing.
dolphin represents something
Every
different.
dolphin represents a different dolphin that I've kissed because
It's really on the nose in terms of imagery.
it is really, yeah, exactly.
I love that also our team has left this picture up, by the way. It has the cover on it, so it's promotional. This is fine.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah,
Keep it.
that's
It's
good. Thank you, guys.
Hey!
Let me ask, I saw you were doing...
I got really excited about that. Guys, it's Rumple's birthday.
Rumple's birthday.
I'm so pumped.
I saw you were doing the audiobook, the voiceover session.
Yes!
Which, that had to be a ton of fun.
That was so fun.
How did you land on Rumple's voice, this character that's been with you for so long?
Oh, well. You know, he was a merger of something. You know, he came from the heart. And I just imagined a guy that's been sort of talking to himself in a whisper for a long time, doesn't have a lot of experience with... the outside world. Also, very humid underground. I'm sort of method, so I lived in a sewer for 19 days in preparation, and that's how I came up with it. Ate a lot of garbage and trash, and then it just kind of came to me naturally. I also got tuberculosis, so that helped inform the choice.
This costume actually lined with medicine. It's helping you right now.
I'm so excited about this costume. Do you know
Yeah,
that this is a
pretty
one-of-a-kind,
incredible.
handmade, homemade Rumple Buttercup costume that just got its maiden voyage yesterday. Went to,
Yeah, no,
I don't know where I was
hang
going
on.
with that. I was going to say something else and I didn't. I raised my pinky.
I saw that.
I was just waving at you.
It's like a flag to let me know stuff is coming.
I like your style, bro.
Um,
I like you right there, yeah. Did your girlfriend drag you here? You can be honest. Are you psyched? I'm psyched to have you here. Thank you. Yes! Guys, what's up? Are you guys from New York? Where are you from? originally?
New York, just outside of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, a
What
little
part?
bit. Westchester.
Oh, I love it there. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
Halloween, beautiful,
That's right.
fall,
Beautiful, exactly.
foliage.
It's one of the best
most
times
beautiful
of year.
fall foliage I've ever seen in my life.
You know, speaking of Halloween, there was something I noticed that in reading the book, I did the math on this, okay?
I like where this is going.
You know where I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
here? You'll see if you can figure this out. So Rumple's favorite parade, spoiler alert if you haven't read the book, all right? But I assume a lot of you have an advanced copy or something and have read it or bought it this morning. So Rumple's favorite parade, we find out, takes place on the 17th Saturday in summer, okay?
Exactly.
So the first day of summer this year, I looked it up, June 21st. If you go 17 Saturdays ahead, that puts us right at October 12th.
My man.
Decidedly fall,
Yes.
Gubler season.
Yes, thank you. Dude, I'm so honored that you picked. That was exactly my intention.
There we go. That's what I wanted to
Dude,
find out.
absolutely, 100%. Thank you, man.
It's like either he is telling us something, or we got to get Rumple a new calendar because it is not summer anymore. But it's like right in the heart.
That's exactly it.
It's
It's my favorite time of the year, and that week of October is always my favorite because I love Halloween. I love all things fall, but that middle of October when it really is the prime point, the leaves are changing.
Yeah.
That's Rumple's favorite day of the year too.
It's like the exact time you came in last time.
Exactly.
I was like, that's like the gubernatorial race right there.
Yeah.
That is right when he is at his peak. That is so. I knew that it had to be like a nice little Easter egg. Did you find? That's the only one I found. Are there other, without giving away, little opportunities like that to pepper in personal? Obviously, it's a piece of your soul, but I wonder, you're having fun peppering in little personal.
There are a lot of things peppered in. Every one of my family members. I don't want to give the ending away, but every one of my family members is in that final page. A dog of mine. Also, there's a little Easter egg. I don't know. There's some subtle things in there. The reason that there's no, I don't want to give away the twist, but the reason that there's no bananas when Rumple was looking for them is because of that last page.
Interesting.
It's a weird teaser.
Yeah, that's a very weird teaser.
Yeah,
but I like
weird teaser. This is a very yeah.
You know, you mentioned very early on at the beginning of this is the first, or at least the project that you've had the most control. You're managing it very well. You've had the most control on, and now in retrospect, that's a beautiful thing. You've got this is you front to back, every inch of it. But in the midst of it, when you were creating it, did you ever having full control? Was it ever a burden? Was it ever challenging? Was it ever something that maybe you hit a wall because you're the end all be all? How do you know when it's done? You're in control.
That's a good question, and I am a little bit. Some might say obsessive compulsive in a bad way. I think it's in a productive way, but I hand wrote every single page. I hand wrote the barcodes, the copyright legal page. It never felt like a burden. It felt like a great blessing. And again, I love directing. I love any chance to make something. Filmmaking is one of my first loves, and I like the collaboration and the sort of watercolor that you get to create by talking to actors and letting them then create, or talking to a set designer and letting them create is really fun. But again, as someone that I love any form of storytelling, and with my painting and in this book, to know that if anything is wrong, it's on my shoulders is kind of good. I like that because it makes it more of a very personal message. I wanted the whole thing to feel like it was handmade individually for each person, and I'm very honored to have, I think, pulled something like that off.
Yeah, it does feel that it's a very intimate experience when you're reading it. All the little handwritten notes the little annotations that you've put in there, and then also the art style, the crispness of the lines and the softness of the colors there.
Yeah.
You know, were there things? Was it not at all challenging? But did you approach the art any differently than you have art that you've worked on in the past? Now, doing these page after page, sketch after sketch. What were you doing to set this apart from work you've done before?
That's a really good question. I'm so used to painting one-of-a-kind things that only exist once, like a portrait of someone. So the only thing, and it wasn't daunting, but the one challenge in my head when I thought about the book, because I knew it was going to be 150 pages, was how do I create a fresh image of a character 150 times, where I like when things feel alive and organic, and so they don't look the same. And so that was a little bit of the challenge, but Rumple sort of came to life, as cheesy as that sounds, and I could find that with each flare of if one nostril is a tiny bit bigger, completely changes his expression, and a lot of it was done with melting crayons and smudging it. So he's really inconsistent throughout the book, which I really like because it just makes it, again, hopefully feel more handmade, but also I wanted each word to also hopefully have as much personality in the writing as each image of Rumple. So to finding that merger of image and words that tell the story, if not with the word, but with the feeling, makes sense. I'm really rambling.
No, you're not. You're doing great.
Cut that down and make it look good. I know this is live.
We'll do some clips.
Mom, can you edit that on iMovie and put it back up?
She's got her laptop
Post
out
it on
right
my.
now. She's already doing it. She's I looked as I did last time. I went back in preparation for this to the Gubler Archives that you have on your website, because I wanted to find, there were some drawings that he reminded me of, and I wanted to pull them up. If we can get the image up in a second. These characters
these
here,
guys, the descendants of Rumple.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of Rumple's
really
extended
are.
family, the proto Rumples, if you will.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And, I wanted to pull these up and take a quick look at them.
Oh, that's even in that image. It's so funny, brother. I haven't painted these probably 15 years ago, but these are total long-lost Rumple descendants.
Yeah, and looking at them, there was so much of this that's like deep, because when you describe the book as part of your soul and you've had it with you for so long, I was like, the dude's speaking the truth. You look out there, he's been doing this work, he's been living it forever, and it's so cool when you're into artists to find like those early seeds that were planted, years and years ago, and like here we are now, it's grown and it's turned into this thing. But like you look at like the hands or the redness around the eyes or even the little annotations, all that little DNA is kind of baked in there. So this was 15 years ago.
Thank you for finding that. Yeah,
Of course,
dude,
man.
You're the coolest. Yeah, yeah.
What were you drawing in these little ripped pages? Which
it was an old journal that I found in Italy, and these monsters are named after different hotels I love. That's the little Carno hotel in Italy where I lived for a while. Yeah. Oh man, I haven't seen these for so long. It's crazy. I see it as a sequel. A new book.
That's what I was wondering is how many Rumple stories do you think you have in you?
Oh, a lot. And I actually just finished the rough draft of my second book.
Oh, sweet.
Which isn't a Rumple story. Rumple will return. The Revenge of Rumple is Rumple's Revenge.
Rumple's Revenge.
The second one is an entirely different world and different character, but I think hopefully the similar feeling.
Amazing.
Yeah. More Rumples to come.
More Rumples to come. What I'm trying to remember what movie at the end credits where they say Rumple. They say something such will return, and that's what you said. Rumple will return, and Rumple's Revenge. Like is what I imagine. Like it's gonna happen. We gotta go. I'm like so close to running out of time, but don't worry.
Can my mom come up here?
Oh, she's totally gonna come up here. We're not
good.
done. We're not done.
Good.
Don't worry, because we're gonna take some audience questions.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple
audience
of things.
questions are my favorite.
We're gonna do a couple of those. There's just one thing I have to. As you are contractually obligated to wear that hat, I am I am obligated to ask. Look at that! Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my God.
And now you have lice. Rumple's got a bad case of lice. Yeah.
You, sir, operate on the assumption that I didn't already have lice. Now.
We have lice.
Exactly. Throw it on the audience.
Oh, you got lice now. Oh, she was scared. I love it. There's no lice there. Oh, thank you.
No, it's very important to me that I wear this right now. I have to ask you, anybody who's a fan of Criminal Minds knows that you guys are entering your final season.
We are.
Which is sad.
Oh, boo. I know.
It's how we feel about it. And that's, how do you feel about that? You've been doing it for so long.
I know.
It's one time it's sad to say goodbye, but would it not open up the door for more Rumples and more projects and things of that nature? How do you feel?
That's a great question. And I haven't processed it all. Playing a character for 15 years is something, there's no book on that. Like how to get emotionally past playing someone for this long. But to me, it feels like a little bit like, imagine your great-grandfather just turned 110. You celebrated his birthday, and the day after he passed away. This is getting sad, but I don't mean it to be sad.
For the record,
my point is,
banana.
at the funeral, you'd be sad, but you'd also be like, he had a great life, and that's a heck of a age to make it to. We loved him dearly. We enjoyed every moment with him, and it's of course a little sad, but I do look forward to again, I go 110% with everything, as evidenced right now. So I've been doing 110% on Criminal Minds, which I've really enjoyed for 15 years, but I am really excited to have the free time to kind of do what how I started, which is, it's funny, people ask me if I'm much more like Rumple Buttercup in real life than Spencer Reed. So it's fun to now get to kind of focus my time and energy on what I really think I'm sort of in tune with.
Have you, last question, then we'll go to the audience, directing. Any opportunities to direct again this year? Or if not on the show, maybe something else?
The Tall Man, which I was here last time with, was my 13th episode I directed. That was the final one of Criminal Minds. But I'm making a film for sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
so then that means you'll be back.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful, dude. All right, I promised, audience Q&A. So we're going to do it right now. We've got some in the room. First question right over here on the green couch. Go!
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good.
Probably should be talking into the microphone.
Hang on a second.
Oh, good.
You.
Yeah, you got to wear the
honored.
hat when you ask the question.
If you're going to ask a question, you got to wear the banana.
I love that.
Love that. So back to filmmaking and stuff. Do you ever see yourself making a Rumple Buttercup movie?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We're actually talking about that right now.
That's why you got the
I
costume
love
made.
that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be live action. I'm going to get,
I'm
I know.
feeling
Who's
it.
a good Rumple? Who would play a good Rumple? I'm thinking Pauly Shore.
You know
Paul
what? I'm
Giamatti.
gonna agree with you.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti.
I want a Paul Giamatti
That would be
Rumple.
a good Rumple.
Yeah.
He'd be a good Candy Corn Carl.
He would be
I'm going to pin him. I'm pinning him for Candy Corn Carl. Yeah.
I love that.
But yeah, that was actually it.
Oh, it's a great question. You want to chat?
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We have to
Can't
pass
wait.
the banana.
Oh,
Who's
thank
got
you.
the microphone next? All right, it's going to be toss it this way. I'll make it happen.
I love it.
Let's do it. Group effort. We are a team.
Yeah.
Get the banana.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
There we go.
boy.
All right, banana it up. And And here we go.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? You look great.
Fantastic.
Thank you. My question is what is one favorite memory you have associated with making Rumple Buttercup?
Oh my gosh. This memory right now. I'm not kidding. Every second has been so fun, and it's just, I don't know. I love it all. That's really hard to answer. I loved it all. I mean, every time I draw them, it feels like a little piece of my soul escaping, and I'm dying inside. I'm kidding. I just love them.
It sounds like you need the banana. How many do I got left? I got one more. Can I get one more? I'm doing it. I don't care. We're gonna get one more question. All the way in the back. Go for it. You have a microphone. You have a banana. You have everything you need.
Oh, she's got it all.
Come on
Come
down.
in front. Oh, coming up. Yeah.
Down or up? Come on up.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
So good.
Does this look good?
It looks great.
Perfect.
Okay,
You look
okay.
perfect.
Crushing it.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
thanks. Okay, my question is, if you weren't acting or writing or busy being famous, what would you do?
It is time consuming.
I know. I've thought about it like being famous. I would be doing exactly what I'm doing, just probably on a smaller, again, if I'd be trying to entertain someone in the subway or something. I'd be trying to either make something or tell a story or do something like that. Probably at Washington Square Park with a bucket in front of me.
Okay.
Weren't you just telling me you inadvertently did that? You were changing in your luggage on the sidewalk?
I was. To get into this costume, I was changing in, I was standing in New York streets, so I was changing in my luggage, standing in my luggage to get into this costume out front. And a lady's like, "What are you doing?" And then I gave her a book. She's like, "What's this?" And she walked away. And that lady was my mom. Mom! I'm joking, that wasn't my mom.
The man's got a national book tour. Can I get that banana back? Can I?
Thank you. Oh, thank you. What's that?
Sit back.
Oh, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Throw it. Don't
We're all
slip on it,
friends.
though, whatever you do.
Yeah,
Have you ever slipped on a banana peel? By the way, it's just as funny as they tell you in the 1920s movies. It is honestly funny. Have you ever slipped on one? They really are
not
slippery.
intentionally.
Okay, I have. Thanks.
That Hanna-Barbera noise of congas plays all of a sudden, the whoop, yeah. Actually, there's one last, it's not even interesting, but I'm fascinated to know it. Rumple,
Yes.
very much living in a 2D space, in a two-dimensional character.
Thank
How
you
did
for
render him
asking,
into
brother.
3 dimensions?
That was a real challenge. And my nephew pointed out, he's like, wait, Rumples doesn't have an eye. His eye's floating. So it was an absolute challenge. I only perceived him in 2 dimensions. And then when I knew it was time to bring him to life, I had to dress as him. So it took me 3 weeks to really draw the 3-dimensional version. And then with the help of a magical elf who may or may not be a real human named Linda, she helped to realize the functionality of bringing it to life in terms of the practicality of it, but it was a big challenge. That was actually very hard. I think it turned out pretty good.
I think it's fantastic.
I know. I wanted to make it the real one in 2 dimensions too, but seeing people and
Would really freak people out that have never experienced 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions before. It would be a trip. But then what better way than that with you, sir? All right, look, I got to wrap things up. I'm getting the signal here. But number one,
yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
It is so awesome to have you
thank
here.
you for having me back,
and
man.
I was so excited to have you back. Are we embracing?
All right, let's embrace.
Oh, you smell so
I
good.
actually wrote you a song.
Did you
I don't
really?
want to, but if we don't have time. Once upon a time, I was in New York, and they said you should do some press at AOL. And I was like, I'm kind of stressed about doing press. And then I met you, and it made my day. And I love you.
Yeah, you better applaud. Did you hear the man sing?
Thank you. That's coming out on iTunes in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be dropping.
It's a bonus track when you pre-order the audiobook.
yeah.
I really want to end on that, but I do want to plug all your stuff.
Oh, thank you. Please do.
It is Rumple's birthday. It's also International Children's Book Day.
Yeah!
What better day than today for Rumple to be born?
Yeah.
This book is absolutely delightful. If you're watching this and for whatever reason don't know why you'd read it, then that's exactly why you should get it. Get this book. It is so much fun. It is a hug in 130 pages. This man has done it. It's beautiful. You could also download the audiobook. He'll read it to you. What better way to lull yourself to sleep than the sweet dulcimer tones of Matthew Gray Gubler? Where are you going to be next?
Where are we going next, Mom? Brooklyn! I'm going to Brooklyn, man!
Oh, what a...
Yeah, thanks for whoever shouted that out.
One person. That was it. That's all we've got. Get the book. Enjoy life. Enjoy this book and enjoy yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, make a ridiculous amount of noise. Join me in thanking the great Matthew Gray Gubler.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you.